Good evening. It is Tuesday, November 9th. Yeah. Skipped yesterday. Gamed with my buddies after work. It was fun. And then last night, middle of the night, I woke up. I was like, I don't feel hot, but was I sweating? There's a patch in the bed that feels wet. It was only small. I'm like, I don't know what's. Oh yeah, I sleep on a waterbed, don't I? I should check. So I get up and I pulled off the covers and the thing under, and yeah, there was definitely water under there. There was not a whole lot, but enough that it had managed to seep through up to the sheet. I wiped it off, and I took some towels, and I laid down a series of towels, and I went back to bed because there wasn't much. I was like, I'll figure out which towel's wet so I can know where the leak was. Now, it wasn't near any of the edges, which means it's somewhere in the middle. And I woke up and the towels are all dry. So I've left it off all day and no water's coming up. I do not know where there is a hole. I got an actual repair kit if need be. I also got some vinyl tape that has like a water resistant adhesive that I could do for a quick patch if I needed. Say if all of a sudden I find it in the middle of the night, I could patch it with that and then peel it off and properly fix it the next day. That way at least I can sleep. But I don't know where the hole is. It is small and slow enough that it is difficult to find. So that'll be the goal, is to locate that. But I don't know how long that'll take. Anyways, it is Tuesday, and as I've ended up moving it around the last couple weeks, you may not remember, but traditionally, Tuesday is movie day. And I've been going back and forth all day thinking about what movie I want to watch. Lots of options, lots of good movies on the shelves. Lots of good movies. I'm still going back and forth as I'm standing up, but I'm going to make my decision, and I'm going to actually just go ahead and watch another James Bond. Oh no. I won't be watching that one I pulled off the shelf. That has to wait. I thought that last week I watched the last Roger Moore James Bond. But there is one more. One that I don't have a separate disc for. I don't remember at all. I'm not familiar with. It's called A View to a Kill. Ooh, this is a gamble. This could be a good one. This could be one where they decided to take it seriously, or this could be terrible because like the last one was terrible. For the quality that James Bond is supposed to live up to, at least. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna watch 007. With a view to a kill. And I would give A View to a Kill 7 out of 10. For the most part, it's pretty solid. There were some definite moments of outlandish silliness, and the movie started me off feeling like, oh no, this is gonna be terrible. Anyways, since I don't have a box, because the first time owning it is now on the Blu-ray kit, which doesn't have back-of-box descriptions, I've looked up back-of-box description for A View to a Kill. When James Bond, Agent 007, is sent to investigate a security leak at the high-tech Zoron Industries, he discovers a hotbed of murder and deception. The company's mysterious owner, Max Zorin, has devised a plan to corner the world's microchip market, even if he has to kill millions to do it. But before Bond can stop Zorin, he must confront the madman's beautiful and deadly companion, Mayday. With help from the gorgeous Stacy, Bond launches an all-out assault on Zorin's deadly scheme, which leads to a treacherous duel against Mayday on the upper spans of the Golden Gate Bridge. That's what it says. Spoilers. Nuh-uh. That doesn't happen. She's dead by the time they get to the Golden Gate Bridge. He fights Zorin at the top of the Golden Gate Bridge. She's already... and the plot is about this guy, Zorin. Which the movie literally begins like with a screen that's like, Zorin's not based on anyone. Completely fictitious. Company's not based... it starts with like legalese text to like cover their bases of, we're not poking fun at any specific company here. Anyways, he's a psychopath. They actually go into the story as to why he's a psychopath. Has to do with the Nazis. But yeah, he is a psychopath. And murders everyone. And people keep like looking at him and be like, hey dude, I see how everyone who works for you, you choose to kill. I want to work for you. I'm sure it'll be different with me. And then they get killed. Someone else is all like, I see how you killed that person that was loyal to you. I'm gonna be loyal to you. You won't do the same to me, right? Oh, good. And then he kills... I mean, it's just kind of the thing. So, he just keeps killing all of his people. He's a psychopath. And so, by the end, Mayday, his trusty companion throughout, is betrayed. And she's all like, oh no, I thought he loved me. Turns out he's just a psychopath, and he's fine to kill me too. And so she, betrays him and makes his plan fail. Because otherwise he's basically trying to sink Silicon Valley so he gets all the microchips. Now, at the beginning of the movie, you get your beginning scene, our action scene, James Bond finding one of the other agents, and he's got a thing on him, he's got to recover it. Actually ties into the plot in this one. And so he's escaping on skis in like a glacier. And then all of a sudden, the song California Girls starts playing. And I'm really confused. My first thought is Bob calling me? But no, it was actually coming from the movie, not my phone. And so I'm even more confused because, first off, this is him skiing on a glacier. Not some sort of beach scene. Skiing on a glacier. And then it's just, I wish they all could be California girl. I'm like, why? It's like you paid for licensing of a popular song to insert here that doesn't make sense, breaks the audience's immersion, is confusing. You're just trying to tell a joke, aren't you? Oh, ice skiing, it's like water skiing or something. There's similar. So that's how the movie began, and I'm like, oh no. But for most of it, they didn't do too much joking. There's definitely some, and of course there's some. But I mean, there can be some. Some is fine. But it wasn't. But after that, it wasn't too heavy. But the fact that they began with it. Then we get, our opening titles, and that song just feels so 80s, and I love it. I hate Mayday's hairstyle, whatever thing, but it just feels so 80s. I don't like it, but it's very much. I think the movie was 85, so like right in the middle of the 80s, and there's some things where it's queer. As far as our villain, there just wasn't enough of him. It was Christopher Walken. It was great. I like Christopher Walken. He's good. And playing a psychopath, yeah, he can do that role. That's something he can play quite well. And of course, you know, ties into Russia and all that, and the KGB. But it's alright. It's an alright one. I think of Roger Moore's, it's at least closer to the top. And then I guess that's good. He gets to go out on a bit higher note rather than the one before this, which was the literal worst. So, I'm a little sad that I didn't get to go to Timothy Dalton. Because I opened up my box and I'm like, oh no, there's another one between these two that I didn't know about. Because I didn't own it and I hadn't checked. I just was like, oh, I felt like we were ready. Roger Moore did too many of these. Yeah. But next time, Timothy Dalton. And now I have actually, because I double checked, I've actually gotten through all of Roger Moore's James Bond movies. Oh yeah, and the lady, the Bond girl, who, because I am familiar with the imagery of Christopher Walken as this Bond villain. Like, I have seen bits of it, but I don't know if I've actually seen this full movie. This might be one of the ones where it's like I'm seeing it for the first time. Like, I've seen clips from it, but I don't know if I've actually seen it. Anyways, I have a fair bit of that 70s show. And just some of her character here, because she's Donna's mom in that 70s show is our, I guess, leading lady in A View to a Kill. And it was interesting because she definitely she had that kind of ditzy characteristic, much like she plays in that 70s show. Yet at the same point, she's well studied, smart, geology, whatever, rocks and minerals, and just like what she's gotten into. So interesting characteristics. You know, she still has that. You know, she's a rat and she screams like she's not a secret agent. That's not her character. Like but she's scientist, I guess. Interesting character. It was fun. Yeah. I mean, the movie was alright. But more than anything, I'm glad that I'll get to go on to the next James Bond and move past Roger Moore this time, finally. Otherwise, I got my bed put back together. And I guess I'm just going to have to check tomorrow and see, you know, is there a spot where it leaked? And maybe if I check in the morning and there is, it won't have spread that far and I can find where from. Because otherwise I don't know where it's leaking. I couldn't find it. But at least it means it's a slow leak. I'm getting it taken care of. Anyways. Thank you for joining me. Joining me as my journey continues.